things that are here
I made all these things.
but while you were in Rockford.
I made all these things in Rockford.
You did. You did.
Everything
Okay.
that's here,
You did.
I've did them and put them together since I've been here.
That's fantastic.
And I got here I really got here last Monday, and tomorrow will be 2 weeks
Wow.
that I've been here.
Wow.
I started Tuesday working on these pieces.
Okay.
Tuesday around 11 o'clock.
Okay. I love this.
And did you create everything here, or did you create it at Bear?
I created all of these things mostly out at Bears.
So you're welding out there?
Yeah,
Okay.
well, they welded things for me because their policies wouldn't let me touch
Oh.
the torch or the
Got it,
welder.
okay.
Okay.
So I held the pieces in place, and then the person, I showed them where I wanted to weld.
Okay.
So.
That slows the process down a little bit, but,
It's a little, but it also makes it a kind of collaboration between the artist and the welder.
absolutely.
But all of the pieces that you see, I've gathered the materials and I actually worked them since I've been here. Let's start over here, guys, and we'll get the titles of some of these and give you an understanding of what I did in this construction of this particular piece. If you'll read the title out loud where you can hear it.
The guts are gone.
The guts are gone out of this piece. What I meant by that, the piano is totally empty. You know, it's been taken apart. What actually would make the sound is not there any longer. It's just a beautiful object happening right now without making any sound. It's almost like the black and white soundless movie kind of concept.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to do with this piece, I wanted to show you the value. I wanted to talk about the value of the guitar players. I wanted to talk about the value of the piano players. I wanted to talk about just the music and the spirit of it. The wings of the angel is saying once something have been delivered, could we not allow the angels to retire? Mm-hmm. Now that you've brought this wonderful sound like down from heaven and you've given it to me and I played it and it was recorded, could you then move on, angel, to your next level? Because I'm thinking that every angel would have to script their wings and leave them with me. If you look at how beat up and bruised and nasty, dragging it in through the oil and a society that we're living in, the polluted, I wouldn't want to send them back to heaven with wings like that. Our next piece here is, you can see the concept of it, but Rootcism, growing through the change. Something so powerful that it can grow through that is binding it and holding it in the process of change that is constantly occurring in the midst of our growth. This thing got bigger and bigger and bigger. So at some point, it was either going to grow, the thickness would grow out and wrap itself around this chain. And the concept of looking at this right here is the saying the moisture that's in the root will cause the chain to do what? Rust away a lot faster. So is the root stronger than the chains? You see what I'm talking about? Yeah. But the chains that was given to me, Steve gave me this piece, and this piece actually came from the Bears scrapyard. And also look at this thing right here. This root was in the trash out there. So what the root have to do with a scrapyard? So maybe somebody pulled up a root and didn't know which dump site to dump it out at, you know?
I don't think the colors are the same.
Yeah.
Come on in, because I know you all got another place to go. But look at the things that I chose to work with. Like this piece right here. It's called I'm Not Your Waffle Line. You understand what I'm saying? Not your waffle line is indicating something that is, but it's beautiful. But when I looked at it, it made me think of waffle line. But then to get up on it and having the opportunity to examine it, and and getting a piece of change, I had to clip these chains with some cutters to get it just right, using the big nails to hold it down, and then looking at the material that I was building upon. It put me in the mind of working something beyond an in-house purpose to an outhouse purpose. To say, can we reconstruct or can we build with materials like this? This material here, it's like you can blow all the way through it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's almost like a cheese. It's just, you look at it, you could conceive it as a material that you could use in a flood zone, because the water would just pass right through this instead of coming against it and pushing it or riding, because most of wood is floatable material. But if you got this wood that has these holes in it, then the water would not be bound and make it float like a boat. But instead it would pass through it. So when I conceived this of putting this kind of foundation up underneath our condominiums or apartments or whatever we're building, I just really, really saw an opportunity with material. This one, builder's power is out. Builder's power out. Because sometimes we're building and we're constantly building. And anytime, not only just building with hammers and nails and screws and bolts and things like that, but anytime it leaves our mind and become an idea, we got a construction going on. We are building something. So what I'm saying now with this piece right here, the power is out. It seemed to be that you would conceive a way to make power accessible after the power is out in your homes. You do it for your cell phone, your computer, your appliances that need portablism, but most of the people don't. They put millions of dollars in homes and doesn't even think about what's going to do when lightning strikes or what it's going to be like when a storm comes. And now you got something else added to you, pulling your little portable car into the garage, and you got to plug it up. So we end up being green. That means not ripe. That means you're not really, really capable of taking care of the total responsibility of buying all this stuff. You see what I'm talking about? Yeah. So I try to take one thing from one level to the other level of the Rootcism. This show is mostly about Rootcism.